Hey guys, Hotshot here, and welcome back once again to another video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I was enjoying WrestleMania, night 1 and 2, so I took a little break, and then yesterday I was wrestling on Monday Night Raw after Mania, so I wanted to take a little break for that time for the weekend, but we're back on the videos. So today, I wanted to talk about this, because Texas Chainsaw Massacre tweeted, so it's been a while since the mill dropped, and they wanted to know how we feel about it, and I'm here to pretty much address that whole thing. So let's get into it, because they wanted to know how we feel about it. Let's balance talk of it and see how they want to adjust it more and more over time. Obviously, there's bugs right now with Leatherface being immune to door slams, because if you have Taekwondo and you have that perk, he gets affected by that. But when he has a regular door slam, the prompt comes up, but he still can just immune that pretty much. So that's kind of a bug right now, so that's kind of being a game breaking problem for him overall. But for the map itself, for me personally, for the map, it's a cool concept. It's a cool thing to have, because for a while we've been asking for new maps and just something to give the game more variety to really play for. Now, for the past couple of days, that map has been recommended just on every game. I remember loading up the game, and every map I got was just the mill every single game. Now, the problem with new maps is that, yeah, it's cool just to see how the map feels and what the layout's going to be and how it's going to play in factor and how people want to learn where, all the pallets are, what size to go on battery for, pretty much understand. Now, I'll say from a perspective that if you have, a full family team, on your own comms, it's not too bad. But when you're solo queue, it's fucking horrendous. I'll just put it that way. There's a lot of problems that I do think, for instance, fuse box next to one of the basement ladders in the little shack when you first spawn in, where Grandpa will usually sit, because there's a ladder that you can go up, and it goes all the way up to the mill. When you go down that ladder, there's a little hut underneath it, and fuse box spawn there. They can just do the fuse, and they can just go down that ladder and just rush all the way down to the basement exit, which is kind of a problem. I think that needs to be looked into. That needs to, I don't know, something needs to happen to that, because I think that's just kind of ridiculous. I don't think fuse should ever spawn there. I think it should probably spawn somewhere else that's far away from the fuse or from the exit door, in a sense, to where it's you can still go down that same route if you want to, but I'm just saying the fuse itself needs to be moved. Also, I feel the pressure tank, the valve exit, should never spawn at the top of the hill, because if you have the pressure valve right there, you can just run down the stairs and just run out the front door and then just go right to the valve exit. It's just super simple. I had a couple of games where I do the valve up there, and if I successfully defend it well, I just run out the game and I'm done. So it's an easy escape if you know how to distract them. It's a good distraction kit, but at the same time, it causes problems to where it's oh wow, I can just camp up there, and if the whole family's on me because of that, because I'll grab a bone scrap and just grapple them before they have a chance to get up there while it's going off, which should give me enough time to let it sink and then let it just turn on by itself afterwards. I feel that valve should probably move downstairs or something to another location, because usually it'll spawn by gen side, usually near the gen side, and then it just spawns at the top of the building. You have to run up 2 stories just to get up there, which takes the family a long time for them to even get up there. So that's something that they really need to look into. I feel they should just move it somewhere else. So that's just my thing on it. I also feel blood buckets spawn a little bit too far away from the family. I don't know every single blood bucket, but spawn on that map, but I just know it's kind of hard for me to find them, or sometimes I know some will spawn by car battery or something like that, but overall I just think the map itself, sometimes it's too far for you to even catch up, because on that map I think Cook can be a little bit hard to play on there, considering if you're one of those Cook players who run blood builds, even though that's boring, but it's still, I don't know, I just think the map itself just has a lot of open areas that are kind of just unsafe. The biggest issue I do have with the map is just the fact that, or maps in general, is that there's no map rotation every single game. I'd be fine with it if they just did family house, then you go to gas station, then you go to slaughterhouse, then you go to Nancy house, then you go to the mill. Because the problem was that people were backing out of lobbies just getting the mill every single game. Me, since I like variety, I want to switch up the maps every once in a bit just to like get a different type of feeling to it. So that way the gameplay itself isn't just the same map, because people are dodging the mill. And I'll be honest, it's rough for family solo queue. For victims, it's pretty like simple to really run on that map, considering like there's a lot of areas you can go to. Valve spawns at the top of the building, so that gives victims enough time just to run up there and just defend it pretty much, because if you run down the stairs while it's turned on, you have enough time to distract the family even more now, considering you're giving them defense, or giving the Valve defense, and enough time for you to turn it off. So hopefully in the future they do decide to do map rotations, because map voting would not be a good idea, and also because that would just, people would just go to the like slaughterhouse every game, or just fucking you know what. So I think map rotations for future maps that they put out should be a thing, but other than that, I don't know what they really should do. So hopefully they improve the map a little bit, that way there's more stuff to do on there, or just overall improvements. But that's just how I feel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.